Let's talk Clippers. They got their wish. Lakers are done. It's now finally a chance. They share the same building with the Lakers. Lakers always hog the spotlight. Lakers are done. June and July, my friends, is Clipper Town, USA. Little brother no longer. The Clippers have a slogan in Los Angeles. You'll see it in commercials and billboards. The slogan is, "This is our time." I would submit to you, if they lose tonight, let's put up new billboards for Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. Kawhi it, please. I'm over you. We talk about LeBron's legacy, but it's already been shaped. What about Kawhi's legacy? And I think this is something to talk about. There's a difference between quirky guy and strange guy. All of us, all of you watching, all of you listening, we've all worked with quirky guy. Eats the same thing for breakfast every day. He's a little rigid in his cubicle, a little bit of a nerd. It's okay. You can work with quirky guy. Quirky guy's often fun and smart. We've all worked with quirky guy. Strange guy, like women aren't comfortable around him. Guys aren't comfortable around him. Hygiene isn't great. Strange guy is like, you don't really want him in the building. I've worked with a couple of those. A lot of quirky guys in the NBA. A lot of quirky guys. Got a different look, different sound, different. Kawhi's kind of falling into, is he going to play? His health is a mystery. He doesn't talk. 2 years, 2 coaches, 2 smart coaches. Why is the chemistry so bad? You go from like, we've all, it's okay to be quirky in sports, in life. But then what happens when you go past that, and it's hard to explain. I had Rick Bucher on yesterday, and I said that. I said, if they get bounced in the first round with this talent, we all blame Doc Rivers. Well, he's winning. We're all going to blame Ty Lue. Well, Ty Lue's got a title. We're going to blame Montrezl Harrell. At some point, we can keep blaming Paul George, but does Kawhi have a much lower ceiling than guys like me who really love his game ever perceived?
You're echoing what a lot of GMs have said to me over the last couple of years, that Kawhi Leonard, for all of his talent and for his 2 championships, is not a leader. So who is? The decision-making and the leadership is the huge missing piece with the Clippers.
He doesn't really communicate. Teams now back-to-back years bad late in games. His game's never really been about elevating others. He's gotten better with the assists. The load management thing, I don't really understand it. Is he just going to be a guy that takes 20 games off a year? Nobody really elaborates on it. I just think if they get bounced in the first round and they have a better team, I mean, like we said earlier, they won 47 games with Kawhi and Paul George between the two of them taking 40 games off. It's a good team with a championship-winning coach. Dallas won 42 games. Clippers had home court advantage. Clippers had a better team, better roster. Clippers have, you could certainly argue Kawhi is a much better overall player than Luka. Luka plays no defense yet. So you start losing games, it's one thing. You start losing series you're favored, and you can't blame injuries. You kind of move into a different territory, from a little quirky to this guy can't really be a one. We'll see. His legacy is still being shaped. So, a lot of people are asking, the question today, a first-round playoff exit, will it tarnish LeBron's legacy? Not one bit. And that's like, hot take, debate show stuff. Like, I get that. Michael Jordan's last 2 years with the Wizards were a disaster. He was heavy. He couldn't jump. He didn't get along with teammates. They couldn't make the playoffs in the crappy East. Nobody cares. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, conversely, ended his career with a great deal of elegance. He won 2 of his last 3 finals. He got to the finals. It was classy, sophisticated, refined. Did he get credit for it? We never talk about it. The end doesn't shape legacies in 99% of careers. All of us wobble a little as broadcasters in our late 60s or 70s, and all athletes wobble a little at the end of their careers. Even if they win a Super Bowl like Peyton Manning, it's not because of them. This is the mogul stage. We said this when LeBron came to Los Angeles. We said he has graduated now to the mogul stage. 50% basketball, 50% business. And after he lost last night, not only did he not look dejected, here's what he said after the game. He is already talking 10 minutes after the game about Space Jam, the movie. Folks, is Elvis less iconic because of the fat Elvis stage? He died on a toilet. Nobody cares. All we talk about is the cool Elvis, the young Elvis. It doesn't matter. When he moved to L.A., LeBron made it very clear. I remember the first year he moved to L.A., he stopped following in all my social media stuff because I said, dude, you're still a basketball player. You got to care a little about basketball. But he didn't like any of the young Laker players. And so he was like, setting up all these meetings with billionaires. And then, the pandemic, he had to focus on some hoops, and he was great. But we all knew going in, like, if this was LeBron first iteration in Cleveland, I'd be like, dude, come on. It's got to hurt a little more than this. If it was in Miami, I'd be like, come on, this is your crowning moment. If it was in Cleveland the second time, I'd be like, you still haven't won here. Come on. Los Angeles, he won a title. It's over. Like, he's literally laughing and talking about Space Jam 10 minutes after it's done. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.